This just in, the Fed is prepared to raise rates faster. With the latest speech from Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve, this is the latest, is prepared to increase the pace of rate hikes if incoming data suggests tougher measures are needed to control inflation. And Fed Chair Jerome Powell said this in his message to U.S. Congress. Powell also noted that the ultimate level of interest rates is likely to be higher than previously anticipated. All of this causing the market to absolutely go crazy as the dollar flies high and the stock market falls apart here this morning on this devastating news to investors and traders alike. Let's jump into this and talk a little bit about everything that's going on with the dollar, with gold, with the S&P. We're getting into it right now. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we are covering everything that's going on with the latest when it comes to the dollar. Again, Jerome Powell coming out with some very hawkish sounding language to Congress, talking specifically about more interest rate hikes and an ultimate higher level of interest rate, apex, if you will, in the end. All these things acted to cause a ginormous spike on the US dollar. And in this video, I'm going to be going over some trade setups, my own trade that I have in front of you guys on the screen with this USDJPY trade, and more forecasting going ahead. Now, this plays right in line with our overall analysis on the dollar, which has been bullish. We've been buying the dollar. Clearly, I bought this thing before all the news. I mean, I've been looking to be long on the dollar. Now, I'm not always right about this stuff, and I don't want to come across that way, but we have been pretty right about the dollar recently. The dollar popped here today, and again, it makes sense. Investors and traders alike fearful that this could mean more rate hikes to come, which is a positive thing for the dollar and not so positive for other assets like stocks and gold, etc. Now, I bought the dollar against the Japanese yen. This is a 4-hour chart trade that I shared inside of our Discord channel. Beautiful upward trend. I mean, everything here so far has played out right. And my goal here is to probably trail stops to break even and see if we can catch a breakout even beyond the highs as the dollar train seems to be kicking itself off again. And again, pullback to support looks really good. I think there's a solid chance that when it comes to dollar yen, we could see a retest of the previous highs around 137. That is a very likely target in my view for the short term. By the time you guys see this video, price is very likely to have changed a good bit as it takes us time to edit and put it out. But I think that there's a good chance we could see a pump up into that 137 mark. And if we are able to do that, perhaps even a breakout could be on the horizon for continued dollar bullishness. Now, the dollar yen wasn't the only one that moved. Here's the euro, which absolutely tanked, and really impressively, looks like we might be breaking this trend line that we've been talking about in recent streams and videos. If we can break out of this level here with some conviction, it's very possible that the euro could make an advance, or I guess in this case, a decline, back down to the lows and perhaps even beyond. Again, rate hikes are the name of the game, guys, and we talk about this often when it comes to the channel. We talk about interest rate hikes. This is what it's all about when it comes to forecasting the US dollar. Now, a quick look at interest rate numbers as of the latest. You can see that the US is at 4.75%. And when we talk about this, if the interest rate is forecasted to continue to go up, continue to go higher than expected previously, it's going to shake the boots, if you will, of investors who are looking at the dollar, who are looking at the S&P 500. If they're buying stocks, this might put a very quick halt to people who want to be bullish on equities, as again, higher interest rates can really hurt businesses and can slow down economies, and all of that serves to sort of bolster up the US dollar and hurt other assets. And again, another one that we could talk about is gold, right? Take a look at gold here, which is breaking to the downside big time here. A big swing and complete failure of this little upward trend that we had going on. The sellers seem to have taken back control, and gold, guys, looks increasingly likely to want to come back and retest the previous low around 1810. Now, again, we narrowly hit this level of resistance at 1855, found sellers and pushed all the way back down. So as price continues its decline here, I think it's very possible we see gold make a continued push there and then perhaps even beyond. Now, if you're a day trader, how does this behavior look to you? Well, Perhaps there's some opportunities to join moves like this if you're looking for continuation plays. Perhaps breakouts and retests could be in order. So maybe a 50% retest. If that comes into play, there may be some opportunities to trade this thing back down to its 1810 mark and perhaps even beyond. Now we can keep moving around and take a look at other assets here. I want to take a look at, again, the watch list and see what else is going on. Dollar CAD probably popping to the upside big on this news, and there it is, a huge pop to the upside, and I love dollar CAD on a retest. If this comes into play, I'm drawing a fib from the swing low to the swing high. The 50% retracement looks extra juicy on the dollar CAD. If price can retrace back into that zone, there's an opportunity in my view for some possible long side continuations. Now this is not just a technical breakout chart. This is based on, again, the hawkish remarks from Federal Reserve Jerome Powell, but on top of that you've got other things. Let me show you something that might be useful to you. Here's retail sentiment, and today was not a good day for the retail traders who were long things like AUDUSD and short things like dollar CAD. As the dollar pops today, it's another painful day for retail traders. This is the ongoing story that we cover very often on the channel. And if you're new here and you don't have access to retail positioning, this is a free indicator that we allow users to use on our software. My company, A1 Trading, we build trading software for things like this, where you can track retail positioning. If you want access to this 100% for free, we're going to put a link in the description and in the pinned comment section down below. You can grab access to this data 100% for free. So grab that, take a look at this at your own. But again, you can see dollar CAD and dollar yen, both of these retail traders are very much short, and look at what's happening to these pairs. Dollar CAD, dollar yen, flying high today. Retail traders, again, in pain and watching the ship sail away without them. This is the tough part about retail trading, is that oftentimes they are on the wrong side of so many great trades. Again, we can take a look at AUDUSD and see the pain here, right? The Australian dollar against the US dollar has totally collapsed, and retail traders have been holding onto the bag and buying this thing for weeks. Again, we have been focused on the software, we've been keeping an eye on data here, and we know that if retail traders are all piled into a trade, it's increasingly likely that it is a one to avoid. And check this out, guys. Aussie dollar on a retest to that 61.8% retracement looks really intriguing for sell side continuation. Not trying to buy the low, not trying to play that game, looking for continuation plays to go with the flow of traffic, not against it. And now we want to turn our attention for a second here to smart money data. And this is also available within the Edge Finder. If you don't have the Edge Finder, like I said, the link will be in the description if you want to access our data that we use to find these trade setups that you see me taking on my channel. I want to take a look at a couple things. If we take a look at the US dollar just by itself for a second, here is the latest data on USD, and you can see that when we hover over this data, we get a 67% proportion of long institutional money. So they're interested in dollar longs. And so when this thing trends lower, when the Australian dollar goes down but the US dollar goes up, here's a look isolated, the US dollar popping all the way back up into these previous highs. I mean, this is a big win for institutional traders while retail traders are getting smoked. Again, this is why we study the data, and this is why we present it all in the Edge Finder. So, you know, when it pops like this, retail traders are having a tough day, institutional traders are making money. So we try and track that to the best of our ability within our software. Like I said, all of that will be available to you if you want to get our software in the description below. Huge day, guys, and I think that this just is a testament. The dollar still looks strong. I am continuing to hold on to my trades and trailing stops within our Discord signals group, which is also linked down below. I don't think that, you know, when it comes to something popping like this, I don't necessarily think that trying to short at these highs is a great idea. For me, my goal is to trail stops and just react to what the market's doing. As long as this thing can continue pushing and breaking new highs, I'll look to trail stops and see if I can catch a runner on this one. Thank you guys for watching the video today. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and see you next time. Before you go, make sure to check out our free Discord channel linked down below in the description. And if you want to try out some of our products, our software tools here at A1 Trading, we have free versions available also down below in the description. Check them out for yourself down below. Also, if you enjoy our content here, we work really hard behind the scenes to bring this content to you each and every day. And if you enjoy our content, it would mean a lot to us if you hit the thumbs up button before you head out. Thanks for watching.